Hey, it's Shane Wells, the Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode of 5 Minutes in Real Estate. Today's topic is real simple. Buyer demand continues outpacing the supply of homes. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode.
Welcome to the show that takes up no more than 5 minutes of your time, but could help you gain massive real estate knowledge. It's 5 Minutes in Real Estate with best-selling author Shane Willis.
Alright, so as I was getting ready for this morning's episode, I kind of got handed a report. It was the Realtor Confidence Index. I was looking through that. I said, well, wait a minute. Look, we've got another report. It's the last day of July 2017. I actually had to call my father late this morning. This personal, total on a side note, personal. I had to call him because I always get confused on his. I should write it down and never do. For some reason, I've just got it ingrained in my head that my father's birthday is July 31st, when in actuality it's July 30th. So even as his oldest son, I still wind up calling him a day late on his birthday every single year. And I'm kicking myself for that. But that was a complete and total rabbit trail that I just shared with all of you. Let's get back to real estate, shall we? Okay, so the Realtor's Confidence Index came out. This is a big thing. It comes out about once a quarter. So it was about time. The map below that I'm going to send, I'm actually reading the report, so if I see some of that, the map below is actually talking a lot about buyer traffic and seller traffic. So buyer traffic, demand, seller traffic, supply. For those of you who are on the email list, you're going to actually get these maps. So it's not just the Florida numbers, although I'm going to give you some ideas in the Florida stuff. But you can see across the country. So you can see there are some areas of the country that have weakened up a little bit. We are not in that area. All right, so the buyer, we are definitely seeing strong demands. There's actually only 3 states in the entire country right now that has a stable demand. So there's a huge demand still for property. But the supply is still low. Every one of the states around, there are 21 states that report a weak seller traffic, 25 states that report a stable, and the rest are pretty much strong. We are definitely in the strong part. So we've got a huge demand, and we still have little to no supply. I mean, for most price points, if you remember me talking, and I'll probably talk later this week because we'll get the new report out for July. I want to say probably Wednesday or Thursday, we'll see the numbers for July, but most price points in Escambia and Santa Rosa County are still well under that 6-month normal market inventory, which means it's still a seller's market. But the whole reason I wanted to bring that up on today's episode is because as this trend continues, let's all go back to basic economics from high school. Remember the economic class in high school that said, if supply outweighs demand, price goes down. If demand outweighs supply, price go up. Yep, that's exactly what we're continuing to see. And this is about the 65th or 66th, we're in August, so it's almost 67th month of continued appreciation. So that means prices are going to continue to rise. How does that affect a seller? Well, if you're looking to sell, you've probably got some equity now. It doesn't take long to build a little equity in a rising market. It's not the crazy rising market of 2006 where you bought something at breakfast and you gained $5,000 in equity by lunch. That's not happening. But what you are doing over a year, you are gaining a little bit of equity. So we are seeing some normal appreciation, but as this supply is less than demand continues, we're going to continue to see appreciation. So if you're thinking about selling, give me a shout. Let's talk about it. If you're even considering buying, you might want to move because we are continuing to see appreciation. And if rates start rising and prices start rising, your buying power is going to wind up going down. All right, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you haven't received these emails, it's going to show the charts and the rest of the graphics. I'm actually put a link in the email to the Realtors Confidence Index so you can see what I'm talking about. Make sure you subscribe. Go over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's 5minutesinrealestate.com. Also, the other two things I always ask at the end of every show, if you have not got over to iTunes and subscribed to this podcast, make sure you get over there and click, I would like a review. I always welcome those. And finally, I never ask for payment on these. I always ask if you find value in any of these episodes, please share it on social media. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.